and UV project from view. So the bounce feature windows in our previous lesson, doors, walls, and the textures we chose for the bars, the surfaces we created. But the pictures don't look like we want, because we haven't edited their UV yet. You'll see what we mean better on UV. Go to UV editing. Our object comes automatically in edit mode. Currently our materials are not visible. Here we go to material preview. So what do we mean by UV editing? 1. As the area where the surface is affected in this sign texture. Talking about UV editing. UV of the window area we selected, affected by this part of texture. So this part of the picture appears in our object. We can change its location and size. We can return with R. Above the visuals, we can do all of these things. A method we use to cover the whole picture. Let's see this process. But there is something we need to pay attention to first. You've seen a texture, the surface we want. We need to look right across. We will process for the window you see. On the front surface, we should switch to front orthography by pressing the 1 key. If the reason for this, IFIT slants, sulfur monoxide, in perspective and transfer to the 2D plane. IT makes a transfer just like in the orthographic. When transferring to an orthographic image, we'll cover a crooked area. Let's show an example. We press U key. The Burton project from view. When we say picture, as you can see, according to its reflection as in the orthographic, placed in texture. Fix IT now. We press 1. We're looking right across the surface right now. The field we need to assign is selected. UV project from view. When we said it started to cover the whole picture. Now, we will fix IT with verts and H's here. Pressing S to cover the picture here. We organize our choice a little outside from the sides. Here X horizontal. Y is our vertical axis. SX home-like. We arrange amount horizontally. Now our window UVS has fixed as IT should. The window began to look right in the house. Now you can edit the other windows. Then go to the doors. We placed all of our windows correctly. Now we go to the doors. We created the door from our two surfaces. We just finished all our windows one by one, because the process assigns to the whole picture. If we chose two surfaces like the door right now too, we would try to place the object on a page. Now let's arrange the UV of our two doors. After saying U and project from view, select all vertex in the left menu. We can move as we want, or on the vertex on the surface. We can work one by one. Let's arrange the door. Let's reduce the height and width with S. Let's try to edit horizontally with SX. If you want, you can also move it with the G key. We chose the 3 verse singles on the left. I took it with GX and carried IT inside. We also arranged the other door. We also arranged the doors. Now, we move on to arranging our walls. Surfaces in each direction of the walls. But, we will process by selecting all surfaces in one direction. Here we will select all surfaces that represent the wall. We will use texture on the left as wall material. That's WHY. We select all the walls on the front surface. Let the surfaces appear as continuations of each other. Let the visuals on the surfaces start where they end, and continue. Let's show this situation we mentioned by completing the process, for convenience when making choices. For on a surface we inset. If you want to choose the surface, we can hold down the Alt key and press the left key. Of course, to continue adding the previous selections, hold down the Shift key. We select all the front surfaces. Including the balcony overhangs in the front of the house. Let's not forget to these are other wall section outside our textures, our surfaces. I'm suddenly looking. We repeat the same process. We pressed U and set project from view. Spread the surfaces to the left in the same way. Our texture looks regular right now. If you want the look to be big or small, we can fix it here. If you think the images are big, you can choose with on the left side. When we press S and enlarge, we can increase the domain. Or if you think the boards look too small, you can reduce the domain on the left side. Alt right, and quickly repeat these operations for the back. We do. Right of our walls. We also completed the left and back parts. The last thing you see on this front surface, we will arrange the bars. What we need to pay attention to here is that these boards, to open the UV and place IT on a flat ground, Let's open UV of all boards at the same time. But first we go to Meet Select. If you remember, since we made Mark Sim to select the whole object with the L key, we were supposed to be in ET Select. We select all boards quickly. We make the selections with the L button. We made all our choices. What we will do now? Turn on UV in accordance with Maxim operation. We press U. By choosing Andre, we make IT according to Maxim. As you can see, he spread all the blocks on a flat ground. If the areas at the end placed as a separate square, the placement of the boards looks like they are cut horizontally. Let's fix IT, choose all on the left side and R. By making 90, we made the boards more neatly placed. To adjust the size you see, you can come to the part and press S and enlarge. Want to see better? Let's check by approaching the object until you press S and get a realistic wood image. We enlarge the structure in areas outside the picture. Continues to be obtained. What do you think is the reason for this? Here is where the picture starts with the point IT ends. Designed to complement each other. Areas outside the picture continue to be shown from the starting point. Reflected as. Therefore, IT is not a problem to move out of the picture. Yes. Now we have adjusted the slot of our bars. Let's go to layout and see. As you can see the window, pictures on the door wall and fence sections started to look like we wanted, but has not yet gained a realistic appearance. Realistic view in our next lesson. We will learn in the shading part. See you in the next section 1.